Today, you're in my kitchen. Mark and I have been doing lots of baking since we've been home, but one thing we've never made is bread. And one of Mark's teachers sent a video on how to make bread. And so we tried it, and we've done it several times, so we thought we'd have you watch today. So I'm going to send the recipe so you'll have it, but I have my little copy right here, but you will all get your own copy. So to make this bread, we're going to need 4 cups of flour. Here's my flour container. I'm going to open that up. And we need 4 cups. So let's put this, and this is a cup measure. Oh, and look, I got too much flour. So I'm going to take the underside of my knife. Your mom and dad can help you with this. And you're going to take this and you're going to just make it nice and level. Just like that. There's 1. 2. 3. And 4. So friends, it's always important to wash your hands before you cook. And I washed my hands just before we turned on the camera. So I already washed my hands before I started cooking today. And I want you to too. And there's my 4 cups of flour. And not to worry, I have more flour that I'm going to add to my container when we're done filming so that we can make some more bread next week. So the next thing I need to make for this recipe is 1 tablespoon of yeast. And this is my tablespoon measure. And yeast has been a little bit hard to find in the grocery store, so hopefully you have it in your cabinet. My yeast, you keep it right in the refrigerator. And here is my yeast right here. So I'm going to take the yeast, 1 tablespoon. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the flour. And I'm going to level it off so that it is 1 even tablespoon. Great. 1 tablespoon of yeast. And this should always be cold, so I'm going to put it right back in the refrigerator. There we go. And the next thing I need is 2 teaspoons of salt. So I'm going to put this right in my hand. And my teaspoon is right here. There's 1 teaspoon. Two teaspoons. And now I'm going to put this one down and go back to my tablespoon that I use for my yeast. This is where I keep my sugar in a little sugar bowl. We need 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'll put this right back. Well, do that. 1. Let me get a little bit more. 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, what I'm going to do is you need a fork. So you get a fork, and you want to make sure that your flour and your sugar and your salt are and yeast, you're gonna kind of just fluff it up a little bit before you add in the water. There aren't any eggs in this recipe, just these ingredients that we put in and some water. Now the water should be warm. Warm to hot, not too hot. What you want to do is you have your mom and dad help you with the water because I don't want you to get burned. So what you're going to do is I'm going to have Mark come over to the sink with me. So come on over, Mark. The water should be warm, but not hot. So as soon as it starts to get too hot, that's just about right, I want to say. That it's warm and it doesn't make me want to pull my finger away. Not too hot. And I have 2 cups of water. And now I don't need this anymore, so I'm going to put that right in the sink. All right, friends, come on back over to my counter. I'm going to dry my hands off. And then I'm going to mix this up. What's going to happen is this is going to get sticky. It's going to feel sticky. As you can see already, kind of starts to look like Play-Doh, doesn't it, friends? And we know that we have spent lots of time playing with Play-Doh in our classroom. So it's going to get sticky, and I just want to keep mixing it up. I don't have to knead this bread at all. You just mix it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to leave it in this bowl. We're going to cover it up with a dish towel. And we're going to cover it for an hour and a half. So we're going to stop our video in a few minutes after we put the towel on there. And then we're going to come back and see what it looks like in an hour and a half. And then that will be video number 2. So I'm going to mix this up a little bit more. So, oops, coming out. Scrape down the sides of your bowl. It is getting really sticky. You can touch it and feel that it's sticky. So you can do that when you make it too. This is when you need your big muscles, because it's starting to get really sticky and hard to turn. But it smells really good. And we're going to make it into just a little ball at the bottom of the jar here, bottom of the bowl. Take that off your spoon. We want all that delicious batter to have in the bread. So I'm going to make this all together. And make it a little bit flat. Now, you'll be surprised, friends, when you come back, how much bigger this is. And that is because of the yeast and the sugar and the water. Okay, so what you do, it's all set like that. See how sticky it is? Ooh. Now, I'm going to cover this up with my dish towel. And then when we come back, we're going to see what it looks like.